What is going on YouTube? Foxy here, coming to you guys today with a brand new video, and today's video is a different kind of video, bros. I'd like to discuss something that's been a major topic in Call of Duty since Advanced Warfare. Supply drops. Yeah, that's right, supply drops. Now, most of you know how controversial supply drops can be, and I'd assume that most of you, my subscribers, know that I don't like supply drops, and I don't want supply drops in a Call of Duty game because they're an RNG-based loot crate system that is completely and utterly fucked. However, yesterday, Charlie Intel tweeted out this poll. They said, "Do you want supply drops to return in Black Ops 4? I proceeded to comment, "Everyone in this thread, if you say yes, you're a part of the problem. Even if you say, quote-unquote, cosmetic only, I don't care. You're still part of the problem, and if you'd like to know why, just at me." Now, I got a lot of support from this tweet, and I got a lot of shit for it. It amazes me how Call of Duty fans forget how great the franchise used to be. They don't know what good customization is. Now, if we're gonna look at customization and how it can be fantastic, we're gonna look at Halo Reach. Halo Reach, in my opinion, has one of the greatest customization features in video game history. It's damn near perfect, and I'll save that video for another time. But in this video, we're going to look at what people said to me on Twitter because of this post. And before I get into these tweets, I don't want you guys to think that I'm only pulling out the negative ones. Those are obviously funny, but these coconut heads don't deserve all the attention. In addition, I don't want you guys thinking that I want to pay for every single camo that's a DLC camo or that's a camo added later on. Honestly, I would prefer camos, emblems, calling cards, guns, all those things to be unlocked through challenges. And I just want to make that clear because it seems like after my responses, people think that I only want microtransactions through actual money instead of Call of Duty points. I'd rather not have any microtransactions at all, and I'd rather them be through challenges instead of through actual money. So, let's get into this first tweet. We're going to look at some good ones and some bad ones. Give a little bit of variety to the video. One of my first responses is actually one of you guys. It says, "I'm not against you, I'm actually sub to you, but why? Don't get triggered, I'm curious." To be honest, I don't get triggered when people ask questions. It doesn't matter what kind of question you ask, I'll always answer it because some people just don't know. The reason is this: why would we want supply drops in the game? Why would we want an RNG loot system in our games? Screw that. It's unfair. An RNG loot system is unfair, and everyone knows that. He proceeded to tell me he loved me, which was very kind of him. This was followed up by someone else who said, "So you think everything should just be unlocked?" I like supply drops because it's one reason to play and look forward to being able to get one. If you don't like supply drops, don't buy them. In every Call of Duty, the core guns have been better. And then after he tweeted that, he said, "I also like supply drops because of getting cool rare gear that most people don't have." Well, Coconut Head, first off, no. I don't think that everything should just be unlocked. Loot items such as calling cards, emblems, reticles, camos, etc. shouldn't be locked behind drops. They should be locked behind challenges like they used to be. Because guess what? By the end of the game's life cycle, everyone has what you got, bro. And you're not special anymore. That's World War II though. You don't have to buy supply drops, and there's no RNG in getting DLC guns. Yes, there is. There is RNG in getting guns after the events are over, because they're locked in the Quartermaster. Now, I will say in this last event, there were 6 weapons that dropped, and 3 of them were in the Operation Overlord category where you can get them whenever you want. That's a good thing. However, in the 3 events before this most recent one, they were all locked behind the Quartermaster after the event was over, and you could only get them through the supply drops. That's unfair. That's an RNG loot system. Then do it during the event. And me being the guy that I am, I said, well, what if players get the game after the event? What are they supposed to do? Our old coconut friend here proceeded to tell me that is 100% their fault.
Who in the blue hell are you?
As soon as I read this, I was like, either he's trolling me or he's dead serious. And I dropped my phone. I dropped my phone on my desk and I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. So it's the consumer's fault that they didn't get the game early enough to get the DLC weapons.
No.
That is dumb logic. That is the most ridiculous logic I've ever heard in my life. An unfair loot system is not their fault. The system is flawed, and that's the developer's fault and the publisher. Yo, first of all, if it puts the system they have in World War II and maybe add a idea of their own, it wouldn't really be RNG based. Well, they didn't, and the World War II system is still RNG based. And you may be saying, well, challenges aren't RNG based, and I never said challenges weren't RNG based. Have you ever heard of the armory credits in World War II so you can actually get most weapons? Plus, they have it so you can get either weapons or supply drops as well. So tell me, can you get a rare supply drop with armory credits in World War II? Oh, no, you can't. I'll just answer that for you. You can't. Why? Because you have to buy COD points in order to do that. And don't feed me this, oh, well, you can get the bribes. Oh, yeah, that's bribes, but they cost a shit ton of armory credits. That's fucking stupid. And what they want you to do is they want you to spend the armory credits on those bribes that don't really matter. And then what happens is that you run out of armory credits, and then something good comes along, and you're like, oh, I don't have enough armory credits. What do I have to do to get armory credits? Well, you have to either complete 2 daily orders, which only gives you 600, and then you have to, oh, I don't know, buy supply drops in order to get duplicates. And every 4 hours, you get 200 armory credits. Whoop-de-fucking-do. That's awful. That's an awful system. It's so flawed. You can't get armory credits simply by just playing. You have to complete a challenge or something else. In Modern Warfare Remastered, we got depot credits after every single game. Now, after I asked this person if we could get rare supply drops with armory credits, he proceeded to tell me no, and that's why there's a thing called contracts where you can get rare supply drops. Right, but you have to spend an overpriced amount of armory credits in order to get a rare supply drop that probably won't give you what you want. So I was also talking to multiple people about whether or not the World War II system was better than the Modern Warfare Remastered supply drop system. Someone proceeded to say that the Modern Warfare Remastered system was better, and I said I agreed, besides the OP DLC guns, which they were pretty OP. The XM LAR, or XM LAR, was like a 2-shot kill with stopping power, fucking insane. But that's what Modern Warfare Remastered and Modern Warfare 2 and COD 4 are. It's stopping power. It's going to be there. The person that responded to me said no. In World War II, you can get new weapons via both ways from supply drops and completing collections, so you have 2 chances. Well, technically, if you look at it that way, I can see where you're coming from. However, in Modern Warfare Remastered, the guns aren't available in the supply drops. The only weapon that's available in supply drops for Modern Warfare Remastered is the melee weapons. You don't need Call of Duty points to get the weapons. You can easily grind out depot credits through playing the game and then completing the collection. If World War II allowed us to get heroic items and weapons out of the Quartermaster, I'd say World War II had the better system. You don't need COD points for DLC guns in World War II. It's optional for the people that want to get Wait, what? You don't need COD points for DLC guns in World War II. It's optional for the people that want to. They get a chance. And if you want to do the... What the fuck?
What? What the fuck?
You don't need COD points for DLC guns in World War II. It's optional for the people that want to. They get a chance, and if you want to do the challenge, it's not that hard. In Modern Warfare Remastered, it took weeks of grinding your ass off to get 1 gun. No, it didn't. I completed challenges in a couple days. It's not that hard. Now, I need you guys to be prepared for this next one. I never thought someone was going to say this, and someone actually did, and I don't know how to comprehend this, so let me read this to you. This person didn't say it, but they're talking about Call of Duty supply drop systems in general. It's definitely not a loot system. An RNG loot system would be Fortnite.
What?
You're out of your goddamn mind. Call of Duty's not an RNG loot system. Are you fucking stupid? Are you... Dude, what? Exactly. Why the actual fuck are people voting yes instead of wanting a system where we can just buy what we want for a set price, like Black Ops 2? Exactly. I don't have a problem with that. If you want to buy an awesome camo, or you want to buy a gun like the Peacekeeper was available in Black Ops 2, go ahead. Buy it. I don't give a fuck. But for people to want a slot machine based just system in video games is ridiculous. In this scenario, I feel like a lot of people that tweet at me are people who didn't play Call of Duty during MW2 or Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2 or Modern Warfare 3 or Call of Duty 4 or World at War. They didn't play any of those games, and they don't know any other system besides this. Laugh my ass off. People really want to gamble their money in a video game with an awful RNG system in a first-person shooter video game. Gotta add them claps in there, bro. And I can't blame them entirely because they don't know anything else. I know I'm not the only one who used to play Modern Warfare 2 and all those older Call of Duties back in the day. We're a rare breed now. This is the new breed. The new breed of players have all grown up with supply drops and they don't know anything else. And I think that's why they defend it so much. I prefer a fun lotto system over paying for each and every new cosmetic. Ahem. Fortnite.
Bruh.
Fun lotto? What's fun about a lotto system? And Call of Duty used to do the same shit that Fortnite's doing now. During Black Ops 2 and Ghosts, they did the same thing. Now, I understand that Ghost was not everyone's favorite and it was a little out of hand. However, I feel like Black Ops 2 did it best. You could buy a weapon, the Peacekeeper. You could buy tons of camos if you wanted to. And yeah, some of them were available through packs. Ghost was a DLC mess. Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Remastered, and World War II show that the supply drop system can be way better. Very few people spent an extra $100 plus for all that extra content that Ghost offered. Supply drops are way better. I like how you bring up Ghost because Ghost is not a great game anyways. Black Ops 2 had small customization packs that honestly could have just been added in as extra challenges. It only worked because there was very little of it, and it cost between $2 and $5. The supply drop system allows people to get everything for no additional charge, just in random order. No, it doesn't let you get everything. I guarantee you that by the end of World War II's life cycle, there's only going to be a handful of people who have every single item in the game. That means weapons, camos, emblems, calling cards, reticles, whatever. And you say the supply drop system allows people to get everything for no additional charge, just in random order. However, number one, there are people who spend the additional charge, lots of people actually, that shows in Black Ops 3, AW, and IW, and this game. But it's not just that. It's the fact that this person and many other people who play Call of Duty now rely on supply drops to get items within the game. They aren't familiar with completing challenges in order to get certain calling cards or emblems or titles or whatever. They're just used to completing challenges to get supply drops, and that's not how it should be. You still have to grind for supply drops, bud. It's just another thing you can grind for. In MW2, you just grinded for levels, camos, stats. Nowadays, that's pretty boring, but it was a way more chill system back then. Yeah. I think that just about wraps it up. I don't understand why some people defend the RNG loot system, and I can't comprehend how someone can think that Call of Duty doesn't have an RNG loot system. Has it gotten better over the years? Yes. However, it's still completely fucked, and it needs to change. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you guys leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that good stuff, man. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, the link is down in the description below. I tweet out there all the time. Obviously, all this stuff came from Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye!